Hi folks, little after 3:30 still, December 2nd, Monday, about 41, 42 degrees, which makes it about 5 degrees centigrade. Just want to show you, been spending quite a bit of time in here, been trying to get rid of a lot of the loose stuff that's been annoying the hell out of me, trying to put some things away. I've mentioned this this EZGO. Cushman was picked up by EZGO, and this thing was bought at an auction. When I got it, the starter was bad. The starter was seized. I replaced the starter and got it running, but I've been fighting carburetor problems with it, and it actually started, ran a move, and we were actually using it when we built this garage. But after the garage was complete, it kind of got in here, and this is where it stayed, unfortunately. Came from a state auction. I think I mentioned that. It belonged to, for anybody who lives downstate, the person went and got it at the Palisades Country Club, golf club. I guess the state of New York was divesting itself of assets there. I don't know if they sold the club or whatever, but it was a state auction, and that's where she came from. I'm seeing this tag here, so let me illuminate it. From the serial number on that tag, if you're familiar with decoding these things, come on, focus, you would, yeah, it's just not focusing, come on, there it is. This is a 1986. I mean, look at the sides of the tranny in there. This has an Onins 2-cylinder engine in it. Looks just like this beast here. And as a matter of fact, it's one of the reasons why I bought that beast there. That engine for spare parts. And this thing dumps. It's got a an electric pump, but it's a hydraulic dump. It dumps. Supposedly it's good for 1,000 pounds. I've only put the kids in the back and dumped them out. So my kids don't weigh 1,000 pounds. Both of them put together, probably, I don't know, less now about 200. Then probably less than. Back then, now about 400. Probably back then, I don't know, somewhere around 300 or less, maybe 250. They were both pretty young. Anyhow, so while I'm cleaning up, I'm like putting engines away and putting engines away and putting engines away, and I keep finding more and more engines. Look at this. That's a Briggs. I think it's a 9-horse. Got a big shaft on it. This is a Kohler 27-horse. I bought it. I stole this one. This was a Craigslist deal. I drove to Kingston, New York to get this one. Its owner said he got the starter, bought a new starter for it, and he couldn't get it to go in. Well, if you guys spend too much time working on these things, this is a Briggs & Stratton starter. A Kohler starter looks like this. And I bought the starter, and then crazy things happened at work, and I never got to install it. It's got a shaft in the back, got a shaft in the front. It's got a serial number here. Anybody who cares? I don't know. I don't know what year it is. Supposedly it runs, it does everything it's supposed to do, but this was a steal also. I didn't give him much for it. And he didn't seem to want much for it, so here's the Kohler story. Down here I have, I don't know, what are these called? L head Briggs. That's probably an 8. I'm not sure what this is. I'm not sure if it's a Tecumseh or a Kohler. I don't think it's a Briggs. Probably if I showed you guys the carburetor, we'd all know what it was. I don't know, can we see the carburetor? It's kind of there. It says Sears on it, if I recall. Sometimes I end up getting package deals where there's a lot of stuff. I mean, that's, I don't know, are we going to focus on that? That's what it looks like. It's got numbers. I mean, that's what the carb looks like. I don't know. It's got numbers on the side. Serial number. Here. Excuse the really crappy camera work today. Come on, focus. I don't know. Could you guys see some of those numbers? I don't know what kind of engine it is. And that's what the side looks like. The governor, the oil breather. It says cast iron. Oh, God. I can't wait to get this hip done. Remove some of the pain in my life. I don't know. Could you guys see? Cast iron, solid state. It says Tinkin bearings. Once again, I'm pretty sure it's a Tecumseh. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how I ended up with this. I don't recall when I ended up with this. I know I've had it for a long, long time. I have the feeling, once again, it was a package deal. Pool pumps, right? Everybody needs an abundance of pool pumps. And I'm always very careful about lawnmower seats to make sure that if they're any good, I don't get rid of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the yellow one for the John Deere 5. I gotta stop buying lawnmower seats, obviously. So anyhow, I got a bunch of crap out of here. Try not to spin around there, Craig. Let me show you what I did. Unfortunately, moving these heavy objects, it's kind of like I pick one up and move it and carry it and then go get distracted and get lost because, you know, I gotta wait for the pain to go away, right? And then I'll pick up something else heavy and move it. So you guys should recognize this engine, that 8 horsepower with the small shaft. This 5 horsepower Honda I just found in here. Right. And behind it is another Honda that when you pull the string, it sounds like the valves hit something. You guys should recognize that Kohler. Right, just focused, good. That's the 6-speed Honda. That's the 200X. I gotta put a plug in there. I can spray some oil in it first and then pop a plug in. The Wisconsin, the Briggs 2-cylinder that was sitting on the floor. There's another Honda engine that's seized. Then down here, I brought that one Honda motor in. There you go. I took the starter off of this guy because I couldn't lift it and carry it otherwise. Got a spare 2-cylinder here. Anyway, did a little cleanup in here too and tried to make this room a little more functional. You know, got just some loose stuff and all. So, you know, cleaning up is a lot like watching paint dry, but it's something I really, really want to do so that when I get done with my surgery, I can come to a functional shop. It'll probably be a few weeks before I can do much, but, well, a few, 6. But in the meantime, I'm just trying to show you that I actually have some floor here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a video up tomorrow. Oops. I mean, look at this space. Ho ho. Like that, huh? I have to go down for another consultation and to firm up the day of surgery and all that trivia tomorrow. So that's going to kind of tie me up for a while. So I'm probably not going to be able to get a video up tomorrow. Especially they just derailed the train in New York, which means I normally travel to the train station and take the train down the Hudson line. Well, they just dumped the train into onto the side of the Hudson there, and 4 people died, and there's a lot of people really battered. So that's an unfortunate thing. Hopefully, that's, I guess really the only thing to say about that is that just sucks, man. Who expects to get on a train and die like that? Or worse yet, a bunch of folks, from what I've been picking up, seem to be a lot of spinal injuries and all that. I guess when the train must have really been cooking. The turn, supposedly you can only do 30. The trainman says that he applied the brakes and nothing happened. The speed limit on both sides of the turn is 70. So if he was flying along, even doing 50, 55, even 35, and you shoot your train off the tracks and it goes, bumping around until it suddenly stops in 100 feet or so, your body's still moving along at, 40, 50, 60. That's not healthy to stop a body that's moving that fast. Anyway, folks, live, love, and have a great time. I'm just shooting some video as I'm walking along here, give you guys something to think about other than my rambling voice. We'll catch you on the next episode of The Hoard. Until then, remember, tires down, handlebars up. And once again, I want to thank everybody who has subscribed and who comments and who watches my videos, even silently. Take care now, folks.